It's race day here in Melbourne as we continue with what could shape up to be one of the best Australian Grand Prix ever. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. It's a combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners, making it a very tricky track when it comes to overtaking. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Perez, George Russell and Sainz, Norris, Ricciardo, Ocon and Guan Yu Zhou, Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Kevin Magnussen and Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher, Surfer Boy, Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon, Vettel, Stroll, Richard Verschoor and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
We are starting off in P16, so we did have a pretty good qualifying session, and I'm confident that we've got a pretty fast car for this race. The only thing that can ruin things is the pit strategy and, of course, the weather, which looks good for now. And I don't believe we are expecting any kind of rain, so let's take a look at our strategy. Here we can start off with 3 reds and go on to a yellow. That is a 3-stop race, and there's really no way to make that a 2-stop, is there? Let's see here. Remove stint. Okay, so we are 4 seconds. Very tough decision, but let's try this one. And we are going to, so we'll take off a lap of fuel. And you can see there that it's going to be partly sunny the whole race. So let's go for this.
Welcome to Driving Immersion and a new Australian Grand Prix at Albert Park. Race is driven from the cockpit with full simulation damage, simulation pit stops, and wear and tear.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap, please. We're loading the gears, so let's go through them all if you can.
Here we are approaching turn 1. Quick flick to the right. Turn 2 to the left here. Into the first DRS zone. And we approach turn 3 here to the right, which was bumped out a little bit to make it even a little bit sharper. Slower turn.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is
Turn 4.
for now.
Turn 5 here to the right. Very forgiving curves on the left. Turn 6 and 7. Turn 8, the sweeping right-hander here. Turn 9 and turn 10 here were straightened out and eliminated the chicane. Turn 11, turn 12. bend to the right for turn 13. Again, brought out a little bit more. You can see there that the curbing on the right hand side is a lot taller and painted red this year. Turn 14 again to the right, under the bridge to turn 15. Turn 16 here to the right opens onto the main straight into the third DRS zone. Here we are as we take our place under the grid for the race start.
Okay, not the best placement there, mate. Let's try and get a good launch as the
Third
race
race of the
starts.
season, and we still miss our mark. 5 red lights go out, and we are go. As usual, we get shuffled back.
Not a good start. That's okay.
And right now, as the field is bunched up, we're going to stay to the back a little bit.
Very crowded right now in front of me. Okay, we're still this way.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Turn 13 again. As we are in last place, we are right behind Latifi and Stroll.
Yellow flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Didn't actually see somebody fall off, but we're back to green racing.
Didn't see who it was.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Okay, clear.
Looking back at the 66. Turn 15 here, and we will turn right onto the main straight. So it looks like we have a good run on Latifi, but we don't have DRS yet. And the 66 is going to be able to make it stick. Again, we are riding on the nose of
Oh, big mishap here.
Nicholas Latifi and the
Got hit in the
Williams.
back. Somebody up here has lost their front wing.
Back on board with the 66.
Patience.
So we made our way around Alex Alden. I believe he's the one that damaged his front wing.
Great maneuver. You made it look
As
so
he's
easy.
falling behind. This is Lance Stroll just ahead of us. And just ahead of him, as you can see, is our teammate. So this time around we have DRS available to us, and you can see the 2 dots there on the steering wheel that indicates that our rear wing is open.
Oh, not good, not good.
So we take a dive and go too far into turn 2,
Lost his wing.
and you can see there that the car behind us had to swerve and avoid us, and they hit the wall.
My teammate up there.
So now you can see that Lance Stroll is starting to fall behind. He is missing his front wing.
PRC's got a fast car as well.
Now we're focused on our teammate. Turn 11, turn 12 here. Now right at the gearbox of our teammate. Down the main straight. We should have DRS available to us. And make our way around. Return to shore.
Pretty messy there.
Oh, a little bump there from our teammate. Up ahead, Sebastian Vettel. Keeping turn 8.
Could not get the jump.
So we've got a fast car right now, and we are right under the wing of Sebastian Vettel. Take a look on the inside. But again, turn 3 is a lot sharper this year. Vettel to our left, and we're going to be able to get around. So 16th place now, and this is Pierre Gasly and the AlphaTauri just in front of us.
going.
So lap 7 in 16th place. You can see here that our ERS system is manual. So we control it manually with a button on the steering wheel to activate and deactivate it. There's an option or assist that allows the system to control it automatically. Down the main straight, let's see if we can take the car in front of us. So 2 DRS zones right after each other. And 66 and the AlphaTauri both have DRS open. That is Vettel, still lurking behind us. Looking back at the 66 from the AlphaTauri. Up the little curves, you can hear that there is a little bit of bumping going on. We are on the inside, and we're going to make it stick.
Nice move, good job.
So lap 8, we are in 14th place. I believe these red tires are due to come in around lap 12 or 14. Now that is Kevin Magnussen in the Haas just ahead of us. Did not have DRS available to us that time around. Looking back from the Haas.
Come on.
We don't have DRS available to us here, but it appears we have a faster car as we are in the draft. Turn 11. Turn 12 over the curve. Now Magnussen's got his DRS open. So this is 66. We take a dive on the inside, and again we're going to make it stick. On from Kevin Magnussen's Haas. So lap 10, 13th place just ahead of us. Mick Schumacher in the number 2 Haas.
Nice. No. Not difficult.
So the 66 here is having a good race. Considering this is the 3rd race of the season, with only minor updates available for the car based on our budget as a beginner team. From the helicopter, challenging the Haas just ahead of us, you can see somebody has come in for their first pit. There is the Mercedes and the Red Bull just coming out of the pits. Lap 12, we're in 6th place as the other teams have made their first pit stops. We are right behind Mick Schumacher as we have a look on the inside. Looking back from Schumacher's car at the 66. Red tires are still doing well. So we are actually faster than Magnussen just ahead of us, or Mick Schumacher just ahead of us. But we just have to find the right place to get around. Here we are going down the main straight. We do have our DRS, and it is activated.
Richard's in the pits. Richard is in the pit lane now.
We'll have another try right here after turn 2. Schumacher, and now a couple of Red Bulls right behind us. It appears they have their medium tires on, and they are going faster than us as they are newer tires. So they'll make their way around.
Are we coming in?
Here we are, start of lap 14. Late turn in, so the guys are going really slow here.
All right, Right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One
So
stop
that was a
left
long,
in this
slow
strategy.
pit stop. Oh, a big accident. 2 cars.
The safety car's out. We need you to reduce your pace. It looks like there's a high amount of debris on the track. Be careful.
Looked like a Haas and Aston Martin. Couldn't tell who it was. So in hindsight, I think if we waited just one more lap and came in, we could have done a little bit better. Coming into the pits under a yellow. So still under the safety car here. Safety car period is going to give us a little bit more time on these tires and our fuel. Here we are, finally caught up to the queue. That is our teammate ahead of us who stopped before he did. Like he went with a set of yellows. And we went with a set of reds, so we have totally different pit strategies. Again, we adjusted our pit strategy at the beginning of the race.
Now my teammate's got the yellows on. Perhaps he's going with 2 stops as well, except he will have 1 red, 2 yellows. Which can be something.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing.
Nevertheless,
again.
we are going to be
The
racing
safety car
with
is in
him.
this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap.
So here's another bit of detail with F122. Saw the light box on the right hand side as we came into 15 and 16, and it was just flashing yellow on the outside. It did not have the SC for safety car on the inside, which indicates that the safety car would be coming in, as it did. Another great detail here in the new game. As we go around the track, you'll see those light boxes near the top of the fence. They are not lighted now as there are no course indicators going on. So we are back to racing in green. We are right behind our teammate. Our tires will start warming up, and he should be able to exploit more grip than he does. And we are going to be able to come around here into 11 and 12.
Jump on AlphaTauri. Nice pass.
So we quickly get around the AlphaTauri as we do have the red tires on. And this is the Haas of Mick Schumacher that we were racing with just previously. He has yellows and we have reds. So we are looking to get around him as soon as we can. Here we've got a good run on him coming into turn 8. Little bump again.
This should be a bump.
So we get around him in turn 11. Back to racing where we were before. And I believe this would be the Chinese driver Zhou, just ahead of us.
A couple of bumps there, but no damage.
Alfa Romeos are actually pretty fast for 2022, but it seems we have the setup here. So we did get around him, and just ahead of us, Bottas and Tsunoda. Both on mediums as we are on softs, so
Very lazy through there.
we look forward to catching up to them as soon as possible. Up to the start of lap 20. We are now in 11th place, 19 cars left in the race. We are behind Valtteri Bottas in the Alfa Romeo.
So the
And
DRS,
Tsunoda.
DRS is actually giving us plenty of energy today.
The AlphaTauri. option to change strategy there, and we're not going to take that option. I believe it was for an early or later tire change,
Increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap.
separate from the original strategy. And you always got to watch out for those. Looking back at the 66. Lap 21, and our second set of reds are down 20%. Time to make use of them now.
Lapping around a second faster than the car ahead. Keep this up.
We should be able to get around these cars as we have the grippier tires. So Botas and Snowden in front, and you can see there that there's two other cars just ahead of them. So it's going to be very difficult to get by at this point unless somebody pulls over or goes into the pits. Just very crowded up there. But still looking for an opportunity to get by these two. Here we are, we have a go on the Alfa Romeo. We are on the inside. Luckily we were able to block him out. So now Yuki Tsunoda ahead in the AlphaTauri. We're approaching a DRS zone here. Let's see what we can do. Looks like he got a good run out of 1 and 2. And then put us back a little bit. Not enough room to get by.
Not a lot.
We got a good run on him. He's also got his DRS open. He's still to our right. You can see his front wing just right there. But we were able to hang on and get by. So, 9th place now. So again, we were presented with another change in pitch strategy, and after a couple of times where it turned out to be quite a mistake, I tried to stick with the long-range game plan that was available and programmed at the beginning of the race. If something breaks in the car, like a wing, or we have a puncture, I usually like to stay with the original strategy.
Total understeer.
So now our red soft tires are 28 and 29% worn.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Soft? I'm already on soft.
There we are. There's the problem with the pit strategy. And you can see there that Sonoda gets around us because we're trying to make adjustments to the pit strategy. If we come in for another set of softs, which is going to be our third set, we will still have to come in again and put on a set of mediums, being that we are halfway, or we are halfway through the race, so we would only need to change onto one more set of tires. Still fiddling with the options there, and you can see that Valtteri Bottas has a good run on us. We are able to keep our spot, but again, Yuki Tsunoda got by. He's now half a second ahead. Passing at Melbourne is not easy. You have to find a very strategic spot.
You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up.
Sometimes your car just has an advantage over the others, but you still have to find that advantage. Lap 26 now, and you can see here that we are in 10th place. We'd like to keep a points-paying position. Have one more stop. I believe that will be at the end of this lap, so that's going to rearrange the grid. Before the end of the race, you can see there that I got a good run out of good run on the AlphaTauri. A little bumping there going on with Tsunoda. We are able to get by with our ERS. On from Yuki Tsunoda.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. In this lap, push now. Car behind starting to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it.
Big excursion onto the grass there. And Yuki Tsunoda overshoots a turn. So that's going to shuffle him back a little bit. We have the two Alfa Romeos behind us now. And then the third car back is Yuki Tsunoda. So we do need to get off of these soft red tires because of wear. And we are coming into the pits. We are going to put on a set of the white tires, which are the hard tires. And that has very long wear on it, so we should be able to make it till the end of the race. Again, a late turn in. Still haven't figured those out at this point. Yeah, if you take a close look at the nose of the car, you can see there that we do have a big chunk of it missing. There's also
Well, let's see how these white tires are going to do.
parts missing from our wing ends on the left and the right. So out of the pits, we are back in 17th place with 28 laps done.
Take advantage of this clear track right now. Now it's still a little bit slipperier than the old reds.
We're currently trailing our teammate by 7.3 seconds.
Wow, a lot of extra fuel there.
Yeah, if you look at the display on the steering wheel, we have an additional 1.74 laps of fuel. So that's something to consider next race. And so far in races 1 and 2, we've always ended up with surplus of fuel. But I would hate to go through a race and run out near the end. Simulation has a setting.
So the gap to the car behind is 2.7 seconds.
I believe the simulation has a setting where you can still keep on going once you run out of fuel, so the car does not stop. But I think you are going very slow.
What does he have? His DRS.
Meanwhile, it's still not possible to refuel,
Great
so
maneuver. You made it look so easy.
you would be finishing the race just crawling around the track, which is a lot slower than the 0.6 seconds extra of, per lap of fuel that you're carrying.
The car behind's just boxed the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now, and gap to the car in front is 4.9 seconds.
So the two cars behind us is Joe of Alfa Romeo, and I believe that is one of the Ferraris. We are racing with them at this point. And the Alfa Romeo just came out of the pits, so I expect that he will finish the race with that set of tires. So we are racing with him. I'm not familiar with what shape or what condition, what strategy the Ferrari is going for. Have not been watching out for him. There's a look at the state of our car. You can see that we have 4% wear.
Richard's coming in for his stop.
So we should be good for the finish of the race on this set of tires. In fact, we are able to stay ahead of the Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo, which has the medium tires, the yellow tires. Now the Ferrari has caught up to us, and that was quite a challenge through the turn.
Very wide.
We will have his DRS here, and I don't believe we are close enough to the green car ahead. Nope, we don't have DRS.
Taken 13th place, P13.
I can't take it at that speed.
So we are moving up. The other cars are starting to come in for the last pit stop of the race. And we are back up to 13th place. So just ahead is Lance Stroll. And the Aston Martin. Lap 33 of 58. We are back up to 10th place. A couple of cars coming into the pits. And you can see there that the Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo are still struggling with each other. This set of white tires is really holding up. Here's a look from the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. Being challenged there by Joe in the Alfa Romeo.
Tires on road.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
So lap 36 of 58, we are now in 10th place, a points-paying finish. Still quite a long way to go to keep these cars behind us from getting around. But right now the white tires are doing more than their share.
Ferrari got around, eh?
So the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc just 0.2 of a second behind us. He will have his DRS available to him.
And he is also on the hard tires.
It's going to be very difficult to keep him back. We do have the inside into turn 3. Turn 4. Got Charles Leclerc here, hot on our heels. He is on the inside and he gets by. Let's see if he can keep it. Very hard to get 2 cars through the turn here. And it looks like he's going to be able to get away. So the Ferrari's got a very good run on us right now. And We are doing absolutely everything we can, including using the ERS.
Get out of that way.
Still have the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc on our sights. He's got very good speed going on right now. Charles Leclerc is really starting to get away. We're not able to use our DRS.
And gap to the car in front is 2.5 seconds.
Gonna have to let the Ferrari go. Still a lot of race left.
Yep, he's really getting away now. And there is 18 laps left to go. A little wide there, coming out of 15, 16.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 17.
Using every bit of the track now. Consider that the Alfa Romeo, and I believe that would still be Joe, had his DRS open in the second segment there. So he did gain a little bit on us. But we're going to have to stay ahead of him in order to keep our point. And again, there's still a lot of racing left.
so much fuel.
Yes, 1.98 laps of extra fuel is a lot. It's adding about 12 tenths per lap, and that is if you are lucky and not making mistakes along the way. And now you can see here that the Alfa Romeo of Guangzhou is right behind us. Always a danger coming out of 15 and 16 as we come onto the straight. If there is a car right behind us, they can activate their DRS.
These tires need to get us to the end of this race.
And it's not usually the first part that is the most critical, but the second part here, if they are right under our wing and going through 1 and 2, they should be able to get by before we get to turn 3. So right now I am keeping the Alfa Romeo behind, fortunately. There's a spin right there.
Big accident behind me there. I saw the Alpha go around.
Very fortunate for us. Looked like he may have just gone on the grass on the exit. And lost traction. So now we have the other Alfa Romeo ahead of us with Valtteri Bottas. He is just about 8 seconds ahead with about 14 laps to go. lap 45 of 58. Looking on from the T-cam of Yuki Tsunoda, with Mick Schumacher just ahead of him, and ahead of him the number 66 in 10th place. So the number 66 is being trailed by 3 cars for a points finishing race. Looking back from Mick Schumacher at the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda. Right behind him, the other AlphaTauri with Pierre Gasly. So it does sound like there's a party going on at turn 15 and 16 just before the start-finish straight. Cautiously out of turn 16. What we want to do is accelerate out as early as we can.
Yep, losing time to the car front. So we're coming to the end of lap 48.
of 58 laps. Right now we do have 3 cars behind us challenging us for P10. So we are maintaining our ERS the best that we can. You can see here that we are in the single digits as far as availability of energy. And so far we're doing pretty well. We're not having to use the car yet to block any passes. It's able to stay ahead right now. So the tires are doing well. Having very little experience on the hard white tires. Laps to go. We have 3 cars just behind us, again challenging us for a points finish. This is the 3rd race of the season, and it is our most challenging so far. Tires are holding up. Lots and lots of extra fuel. No way to burn it off, unlike in the past, when you can change the fuel mixture. To close another lap, we are still comfortably ahead of 3 cars. One right behind us, the Haas of Mick Schumacher, followed by a pair of AlphaTauris. cockpit. We are using every bit of that ERS energy that we can. We do not have DRS available to us, and you can see here that certainly these other cars are close enough that they can definitely pass us, or at least give us a very good challenge. So we got to make sure that we have just enough ERS to get down the straights without falling back. So you can see there that Tsunoda and Schumacher were challenging each other through turns 1 and 2, and kind of let them slip back a little bit, give us a little bit of a cushion. Almost a second behind now. It looks like we lost one of the AlphaTauris, and that would be Yuki Tsunoda. Certainly off the pace on lap 54-58. Now looking back at Mick Schumacher and the Haas, and that would be Pierre Gasly and the other AlphaTauri right behind him. On from TCAM of Mick Schumacher, the 66 still ahead. Lap 55 of 58 now. There is a yellow on the course. And I believe that was Yuki Tsunoda's car on the right coming through turn 2. He did manage to coast from the main straight. Over 3 laps to go. You can see there that tire wear is 32 and 33 in the front, and you can see that rear tire wear is even less than that. So the white tires are doing very well. Still a lot of racing life left. It's not usually when you get to about 42 or 48% that you'll start noticing a difference or a drop off in performance. Mick Schumacher on the medium tires right behind us. If they had planned their strategy correctly or right, by this time of the race, the yellow tires should be falling off by now. Same thing with Pierre Gasly. If these two cars behind us came in and changed out into the medium tires at the same time, The yellow tires will have expired sooner than the white tire that we have on. When the race finishes, we should still have a lot of life left for more laps on this set than they do on their yellows. And I believe that is what's contributing to the 66 being able to stay ahead. So 10th place out of 17 cars running right now. Again, if you could take a good long look at the front wing, you can see that the nose is severely damaged, along with the end plates on the left and right of the front wing. Just another indicator that we've had quite a battle so far in this race.
Blue flag, blue flag. We're not racing the car behind.
So we are getting a blue flag right now. And the cars behind us are Schumacher and Gasly.
Okay, this is your final lap.
So we want to look
Final lap
back
of the race.
and see exactly who it is that's coming through. And I believe that may have been the race winner, Max Verstappen, as he was approaching us coming down the main straight to cross the start-finish line.
I can see Mick in my mirror. Come on, baby.
Or it could be Sergio Perez, just behind us a little bit. No? So no more blue flags, so I guess that was Max Verstappen crossing the start-finish line. Just giving us that brief blue flag warning. You can see here now that we are battling with the Haas of Mick Schumacher. And he is really going for it at the finish of the race. He's on the outside, and just not enough to come through. But we have to be very careful here, as he is going to be right under our wing as we exit out of 15 and 16. There is enough room on the straight for him to get by if he's got enough power and grip. And it looks like he did not get a very advantageous exit out of 16.
Yes.
So we will finish the race in 10th place.
Pick up rubber and Rio.
That is the 10th place. Points finishing. And driver of the day.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end then, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Taking care of the car was absolutely vital today. It's been obvious all weekend that the pace was there, but look at the attrition rate we've had. They would have been very concerned about any minor anomaly towards the latter stages of the Grand Prix.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. So let's review the updated driver's standings. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Surfer Boy. Look at where they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy to cut through a field like that in Formula One, so it was a great effort.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend for them as they fight their way towards the top. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Thanks again for watching if you made it this far. If you liked the race, give us a like and consider subscribing for more full races from the cockpit. We'll see you next time.